Hey guys, it's Niema from You Do It Crafts. Today I will be doing some watercoloring. I learned how to do, I've been practicing practicing doing some watercoloring, and through a combination of things that I've learned from off of some of the tutorials on YouTube, I wanted to see if I could combine these techniques that I've learned. So I have a Martha Stewart bird stamp that I wanted to use, which is this one here. So I'm going to take this one off. If it comes off. There you go. Put that off to the side. So I'm put my bird down. Okay, most of the tutorials that I've been seeing, they say to use the best ink to use is Stays On or the Memento. But I just have the Color Box Pigment Stamp Black ink. I want to see if this works. So this is the first time I'm going to try it. I'm going to stamp my image. I'm just going to apply it. Apply the ink directly to the stamp. From what I've learned from using this ink is that it doesn't dry quickly. So I have my fingers all inked up now. And my block is nice and inked too. So I'm going to stamp this down. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is use some embossing powder. Use some embossing powder because the ink is still wet. This is supposed to basically seal the ink, from what I've heard. Okay. Now I'm going to turn on my heat gun. Just make sure you don't burn your image. Now this is supposed to keep the ink from not running when you apply your water. Okay. Kind of lift up my paper here a little bit. This is water-based cardstock that I picked up from AC Moore. Try to keep that right there and focus there. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to apply some water. Make sure you always have a towel by, a paper towel. I'm just going to apply some water. Get my image nice and dark. Trying to stay within the lines. From what I've learned, that using watercolor, once you put the water down, wherever you put the water down is basically where the ink, the paint will go. So just make sure your image isn't soaking wet, and that any water isn't pooling anywhere. Trying to stay in the lines. I thought this was so cool when I first seen someone actually do watercolor. Now so far my ink didn't run, so I'll try a little darker red. The red is a little too bright. I'm not trying to totally cover the area. With watercolor, you can come back and move the water around, move the ink or the paint around in the water. So I'm just covering my bird. Also trying to keep my brush fairly clean, especially when I go back into my clean water. You see how you can move the paint around? Just move it around. I'm just trying to get it a little darker. So what I'm going to do here, now first I made a little mistake. So what you do when you make a mistake is you take a clean brush and you wipe it away. You might can't see it, but I can see it's a little area right here that I went out of the lines, and you keep wiping until it goes away. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna try to dry it in between because I want this image to be dark. I'm trying to get it a little redder. So I'm gonna dry it. That's it.